Welcome to Wine at 9, our weekly wine night discussion. We're your hosts. I'm Jen with my friends KG and Jerry Joseph.
As far as our wines for tonight, I'll be hitting this off. We got here for Jerry Joseph, quarter cut. Oh, bourbon barrel. Okay. Cab, a Cali Cab.
That's another one of those bourbon barrel aged wines.
You know, we have to do this thing where, like, the next cab we have cannot be from California, you know? I would love to see where that ends up. Definitely, man. For Jen Joy here, Dancing Flame, a red blend from Chile, South America.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm looking forward to trying it out. Heard. And for myself, got Florence Stone, a Merlot, a Cali Merlot. Heck yeah, man.
It's hard to get wines that aren't from California when we live in America, and most places that we get wine from are gonna have California wines.
Our first consumer. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. But that's the test. I like it, man.
Yeah, it'd be a challenge, but we can order wine online, or our viewers can send us wine.
No pressure, though. No pressure.
No pressure.
So Lainey again this week has a really, really good toast. She wants to toast to the fact that Attorney General Chris Carr added a human trafficking division to the state. This was back in 2018, but she still wanted to shout out to the fact that he implemented a program to help with human trafficking, and it's nice to see someone trying to make a difference on such a vital issue. So that was another great toast from Lainey. We'll probably be hearing more from her. So
That's what's up, man.
yeah.
And if anyone else want to give us a toast, then we could, send it
Absolutely.
in, comment. We'll toast.
To preventative measures to human trafficking?
Yeah.
Well, not toasting to human trafficking, but
I would
What did you
hope
say?
not.
you said preventative what?
Preventative
Oh,
measures to,
preventative.
yeah.
Oh, okay. It sounded like, all right, human trafficking.
So this week should be a very interesting week for us as far as topics. We're talking about singlehood, the fact that we're all three single, what that means to us, why we're single, pros and cons, stuff like that.
We're all currently single, correct?
Yeah.
How far removed are you from your last relationship?
What are we in? About a year and a half now?
Same, yeah.
Yeah, about 3 for me. 3 years.
Or I feel like this is just the beginning for me. I feel like I'm going to be single
Me
probably
too.
for a very long time.
Why do you say that?
I mean, I don't know. I've said this before. There are people that are really good at basketball. There are people that are really good at singing. People that are really good at racing. And there are people that are also just not cut out to be basketball players, or not cut out to be singers, or not cut out to be racers. Out of 7 billion people in the world, there's got to be some people out there that just aren't cut out for relationships. And I think that I'm one of those people.
Once again, why do you say that? That went without saying, man. You can't. Nobody's perfect, but what experiences do you have that you can like be like, yo, this is probably why I'm not cut out for a relationship? It's got to be something. You're not. You know,
I really think it's because of the way that I think. Because I'm
Okay.
such a binary person. I go on facts. You know, I like that. You don't have to be right or wrong when facts and numbers are involved, you know? I guess the best way to look at it's just data. It's just data.
Okay.
I'm not blaming you for anything. I'm not blaming myself for anything. Just take accountability for the data that we have, why it is that way. And a lot of people just don't see the world the way that I
black
do.
and white.
Yeah, very black and white.
I got you.
Yeah.
You
No, it's your turn. Why are you single?
Oh.
Oh, is right.
Me being completely accountable. The last 2 relationships that I had, if I'm being accountable for them, I screwed them up. I'm a weak individual in my core. I was a cheater in one, and I was verbally and emotionally abusive in the other. if I could give you any like direct like that's what it was for me being completely accountable for my role in those relationships as to why I'm single currently. Now, why my ideology kind of warps behind being single, like currently, is simply once I realized my mistakes and I completely like adopted like kind of how I fucked up. It's almost like now it's like I don't want to be that person anymore. I'm pretty hesitant to get into another relationship unless another person can like match my willingness to be the best version of myself, if that makes sense. Straight up. Like I'm a hopeless romantic. But that doesn't offer you anything in a world full of people that's like living for themselves.
Yeah, I was actually I would say punished is not the word. But my ex actually told me because I was a hopeless romantic, there was less value in it. You know,
Damn.
I mean, not those aren't her words. I mean, now that I'm saying it out loud, it sounds kind of weird. But you guys know me. I'm over the top. I'm a hopeless romantic. That's who I am. You know, I'm a go big or go home kind of guy. And she actually told me that the fact that I did those things didn't mean as much to her because I've done over the top, grand, gestures for my other exes, which really confused me because I've also kissed my other exes and I've slept in the same bed with them. We've had sex. We've held hands. I've done all that with my other exes, and I was still like valid in the relationship there. But for some reason, the fact that I did grand gestures with them made it, I don't know, less. I don't know. There's less value in it.
I'm gonna kick it real. So there's this old adage, opposites attract. It's gonna sound a little arrogant, but the older I got and I realized like the better of a man that I became, it made me less attractive actually to the opposite sex, yo. I'm gonna explain. Women generally tend to want a challenge even more so than men. Like I think when a man actually gets to that point of complete like acceptance for who he is, he desires peace in terms of his world. Me personally, I'm kind of there. I don't want to deal with games anymore. I've done it for a good amount of time. It's not worth it, man. It's not.
Wait, Jen hasn't told us why she's single.
Right, and also, do you think it's more difficult for a woman to be single versus a man?
So that's kind of a hard question because I've been friends with girls where it's seemingly way harder for them to be single versus a girl like me who I've been single for like majority of my life. Like even my last relationship wasn't even a relationship. We just spent a lot of time together. It was very physical, stuff like that, but it went on for like a very long time, and it was just kind of like a situation, and we lived together. We had a lot of fun together, and it was me and him, but it wasn't like a real relationship. And I've spent most of my life, I mean even before him, my relationships never turned into relationships because we never got to that point. I'm very selfish. I mean, my family's told me that. Most of my friends tell me that. I do things for me, and I like to do things for other people, but here and there, So I'm a very selfish person now. A lot of my friends like to be and like to do things for a significant other, and they like to, like the challenge part that he was saying, like they like to have this challenge. They like to be accepted by someone and know that they're a part of a thing, whether it be not even just a group of friends,
like
but
companionship.
Yeah, like a form of companionship, but like that's just very intimate and true. So I've just been very opposite of that most of my life. I don't care to be in a relationship. If anything, the shorter it goes, the better.
The shorter what?
The shorter the relationship and companionship goes, the shorter the phase. I that's what I'll say. I'll say I go through phases with certain people where it's like, okay, you know, we are attracted to each other. We'll hang out for a little bit, but it's a phase.
You
We're
go through
gonna-
phases or nah?
No. What do you mean phases?
Are you in it for the long haul or nah?
I don't like failure, and I feel like a breakup is failure. And no, I'm not. I would be in it for the long haul, with the exception of the fact that I think it would be phenomenal to actually date someone with a predetermined end date. I know it's not a very popular idea.
Like a contract.
Yeah, this
That's
says,
legit where it's headed.
it should. I mean, I would love to say, hey, I think you're kind of cool. Let's date for 90 days. After that, no matter how good or bad it is, let's end it and then go date someone else for another 90 days. And if we want to revisit this, let's revisit it.
You're such an
But no one-
idealist. You
no
know what's
one
going to
will probably
happen
ever.
as you start to creep up into that termination date. You're going to process things like it's kind of like, okay, so you work a job. We've all worked 9 to 5s. Like when you're in a position of like having to understand like it might be black and white, then it forces your hand. The way I look at it, and I actually wanted to expound on this to be quite honest, like I can't see me dating again simply because I put such a priority on it's either marriage or nothing at this point. Dating for what? That same person is going to get older, this, that, and the third. You're going to have to care about somebody beyond the physical at some point.
Yeah.
Like, it's like with me, it's just like, if you're vibing with me, I rock with that. But that's all it's going to take. And I do mean this. I mean this. I'm so sincere when I say this. I have slept with quite a few women in the past few months of my life. So I was like, I was looking back on it. You know what? I could do better, but in reality, let's be real, man. Like, it's easy to say that when you have some type of like something going for you, man. But at the end of the day, you're gonna become more vulnerable, and then you realize like companionship is all you really have. Someone's gonna have to take care of you. They're not gonna do that off of what you have to offer. They're gonna do that because of true love. True love. I've come to understand that, if that makes sense. Go ahead, Frank.
Do you think you're being selfish to you?
Yeah. Yes. Selfishness is part of life, but what you don't want to be is completely selfish. It's like you gotta do it to some extent, because like you can't be completely selfless. None of us are Jesus Christ. We're all imperfect creatures. Do what you can do to the best of your ability. A lot of people have just gotten lost in the fray because at the end of the day, we get so caught up in social media makes this way easier than ever, man. Everything's just so easy for us now, man. I just hate that shit, dude. I do. We don't have an appreciation or value for long-term, for delayed gratification in regards to relationships.
I will say that delayed gratification is something that's gone away for
Yes.
a lot of things.
They're literally killing the family system so slowly, people don't even see it, man. I'm
No,
all
I
about
do
that,
agree
yo.
with that too, actually. Yeah.
It's delayed
But
gratification.
what I mean by phases is that sometimes I go through a phase when I meet someone and I like them and I'm like, okay, yeah, we can hang out for a little bit. But I know that it's not gonna. I never think to myself like, oh, okay, well, what if it goes farther? I never get to that thought because it's just not gonna go any farther. I already know. I don't have that time in my life to contribute. Even when I had my fling with the last guy, and it did last like a year and a half, I worked every single day. Every day. Any day I had an off day, I went to go hang out with my friends. Like, it just wasn't, I don't have the want and the ability to give my time to someone. And I don't, it's cool to have a little fun here and there, but fun is all I'll ever have until I get to a point to where maybe I might meet someone that I want to settle down with, but that'll be at a way later time in my life. I'm too young with too much to do to where going through these phases where it's cool to hang out for a little bit, couple weeks, couple months. It's no longer than that.
Logically, that makes sense. But let's assume that you do meet that dude. He's probably going to be in a position to where he can like have so much put before him, and he gonna look at you and be like, at the end of the day, man, at what point does a person actually just strap down and be like, I just love you for better or for worse, through sick or through health? Because all we all are doing is playing a game. It's like, how much can I get ahead of? Not necessarily. I'm looking at you, but like not necessarily. I know, like you got a big heart, bro. But like, most people function off of how much they can gain out of things, man, to some extent. That's what I'm addressing, man. The older you get, the quicker you have to realize that this shit isn't forever. And that's what I already see, if that makes sense. It's like, so like, it makes me a little crazy because like, I be out here chasing tail, but at the same time, it's like, I know none of this means nothing. It's a conundrum, man. I hate that shit, dude. Expound on that.
I don't do that. I don't. I mean,
you don't
for me,
chase tail?
tail chases me. What are you talking about, girl?
Facts.
No. What I'm saying is like everyone that I've ever been like interested in, it's all or nothing for me. You know, I guess that's the binary part of me. But yeah, so it's never been temporary for me. So I grew up in a household in which my parents were together for 26 years before my mom passed away, and you know they never threatened divorce, and you know actually never got divorced, stuff like that. So it was until you died, and that's what I grew up seeing. That's what I grew up knowing, and so that's how I am today. Unless someone would indulge me and be like, "Yo, okay, cool, 90 days, let's do it." It's one of the two extremes for me. But since no one wants to do 90 days, then it's life. It's life or nothing.
90 days?
I mean, maybe 120. I don't know. 160 days. I don't know. Maybe six months, and then you know we just call it quits. Whatever. That's good. You know, you hit a couple major holidays, and you know, 50-50 chance of hitting a birthday or two. You know. But I think a very short-term relationship would be really cool, if not lifelong.
I enjoy all my little short-term companionships. No regrets.
Yeah. So here's a question. Do you guys ever feel lonely? Because, you know, being single and being lonely aren't necessarily the same thing. What about you, Jen? Do you ever feel lonely?
For real?
No? What about you, KG?
I do, man.
I sense that. not like
I'm a lonely look.
Not like in an insulting kind of way.
We just had to do that for the show.
But you know what? Better me say that than be like on some like, I don't try to disguise it with anything else.
Yeah, be real with us. It's wine at 9. Yeah.
No, in fact. But no. When I say that because a lot of people do, and it's like
A lot of people do.
Do you feel lonely ever? You ever feel lonely?
It's sporadically, and it's normally influenced by a show or something, or a movie or something. So I was watching. There's only a very few like TV shows I watch, but I was watching Dave with Lil Dicky.
The damn
yeah.
and the dog.
No.
I'm thinking of something different.
Yeah, you're thinking something different.
I am.
But anyway,
okay.
so it's an episode where he's talking to his ex, and it's like they were talking about being friends, and then
Do me a favor.
after the
Dave, is there anything dog related in Dave at all? I swear to God, no, I'm not tripping.
no, you're thinking
Yeah, the
of
mask.
Elijah Wood.
What was it where they had the sitcoms? Kind
Yeah,
of
the guy was dressed as a dog.
Yeah.
yeah, that's not Dave.
Oh.
What is it?
I don't know, but it's not
what
Dave.
was that name? Oh, what's the name of that show? I know exactly.
It
what
was
you're
good.
talking
I
about.
watched like the pilot of it. It was really good. But yeah, no, like, so you keep yourself busy to where you don't
Yeah,
get put
exactly,
in a
he
position.
does.
Yeah.
Well, I also don't feel like I need anyone, and I've said this before. Like, I think it's far more important. I find more value in someone wanting to be in a relationship with me than someone feeling like they need it. You know what I mean?
Wilfred.
Yeah.
With
yeah.
Elijah.
Yeah.
I got
So
you.
I don't feel like I have to keep busy to not feel lonely. I can be extremely bored and have a clear, open schedule and still not feel lonely. I'm also very happy and secure with myself.
Same.
So
Not me. Mm-mm.
Well, you're also single because when women talk, you just can't. You just don't want to listen, which was said before the cameras started rolling.
Yeah, no. But that wasn't always the case. I got to that point. Wisdom will teach you certain things, man. See, no, I know the more that you deal with women, you gain a certain level of like wisdom, man, and like that's where that actually comes from. It's like, all right, for instance, you're not a quintessential woman, but most chicks wouldn't be able to sit here with you Heck, 2 episodes ago, we just had a guy that sat right here with us. I consider him more a woman than you. He could not keep his mouth shut to save his life. Feminine energy, I don't subscribe to the same way as when I did when I was younger because I realized what it is. It just wants to be heard. It just wants chaos. It just wants feeling.
How can you say he's more of a woman than Jen?
Now, I will say that. How can you not say that? That is literally what a gay dude is, man. It's
That's ignorant is what it sounds like to me.
You know what? Even ignorance has its place, man. You can get to. I know. I'm serious, and you're gonna understand what I mean, man. Like,
So he's more of a woman than me.
yeah. Ooh, I feel like. Ooh, it just got cut.
Is he more of a man than you?
I wish to say that, but nah, because I've seen, and this is not to attack my boy or nothing like that, but at the end of the day, man, the stuff I speak on, I'll die on what I speak on, and I've seen like he even acknowledged earlier, it's like his cowardice. It was like in certain, I don't know how to do that, man. It's like I know I'm not perfect and I'm infallible, but like I'm fallible, but it's like at the end of the day, man, like you know truth, speak it. So all right, to kind of wind this up, I know we got like.
Probably should have to switch wines.
Yep. Let's do it.
All right, we're switch wines, and then I got a good question to ask.
I like Merlot. Y'all tell me what's up. That one wasn't bad though.
Which one wasn't bad?
What are y'all drinking
Merlot.
tonight?
Merlot and two, actually Merlot, red blend, and a cab, I believe.
Mine's a red blend, yeah.
So this is your Merlot.
This is that red blend.
So I liked my wine.
This one's very subtle in flavor, but a good flavor. This is very easy to drink.
These bourbon barrels you can just totally taste that they're bourbon barrel aged. Like it's just a distinct taste. I
Yeah.
like it. Starting to become a real big fan of these bourbon barrel aged Cabernets. So we'll definitely have more of those on the show.
Yeah, I'm definitely digging yours. It's very smooth, rich. Has a medium body, and man, it's wow. It feels like it tastes like it's very flexible. Like you could drink it in a lot of different scenarios. Be a good fit for a lot of things. And this is now. Are we switching? Who's this?
This
yours?
is mine. This has a different smell. This smells like I don't even know. This tastes like something that's cooked over like in a wood stove.
Okay, here's Merlot.
Yeah.
Yours is even easier to drink, even lighter in flavor and texture. But it's
That's
not. It's actually very pleasant. Very pleasant.
That's the Merlot, right? He's drinking.
I'm drinking her Dancing Flame red blend.
I like yours a lot too. These are three really, really good wines.
Yeah.
And they're all different. Merlot, blend, Cabernet. These are all really, really good wines.
I can see this is like a nightcap wine. I can definitely see drinking this right before you go to sleep. End of the day, you're just relaxing. Yeah, I can drink this right before bed. Good choice. Good
Yeah,
choice.
these are all really, really, really good wines. I could drink any of these right now and be satisfied.
So if this is yours,
Yeah. This is his. That's yours.
okay. Yeah, let's just switch for the rest of the show. You guys want to do that?
I'm good up.
All right,
You
cool.
want to drink mine?
I'll drink it. I don't care. I mean, they're all good. I really like all of them.
Okay, cool.
So here's a question I wanna ask you guys.
Yeah.
Would you date you?
I would.
Yeah.
I'm joking, man. I was just screwing with you just to like see if
What?
you pick it. Yeah, I wouldn't. No, at all. No. And I think that's the point. First of all, that should be the point. It's the positive and the negative, man. It's like, why would you date yourself? That makes no sense, man. It's supposed to be something that leads to something that's more like a relationship is literally, and this is all unbiased aside, it's just harmony. You get with somebody that's so different from you, but just enough like you to make it be harmonious. I wouldn't date me, hell no. But I would definitely date somebody that was like, could see a beauty in me, but like was so different than me, yo. Would you?
Highly unlikely.
Why?
Well, because I am so binary, and since most people aren't, there would be obviously, as you can tell from my past relationships, some conflicts with that, you know. And I'm intimidating, as I'm told. Not just by
Why do you think that is, though?
not just by my exes, but my friends tell me that too. Like they're like, yeah, you're kind of intimidating because I don't know. If I say I'm going to do something, it's going to be done. You know, there are no excuses for me. There's no being late. There's nothing
Is he
like that.
intimidating
I don't think so.
as a friend? You don't think so?
Good.
I got you. Are you intimidating?
Me?
Yeah.
If I've ever been told that, it's been by someone who's real weak. Like, really, real weak.
Call them like you see them.
I mean,
Would you date yourself?
I would date someone a lot like me, yeah. I mean, if I were, I'm just very easygoing. I like to have fun. I mean, that's the biggest thing for me in a relationship. I mean, especially if I'm like with someone or just like having fun in one of my little phases, like I said. I like to always go do stuff. And if not that, it's, you know, I do enjoy the relaxing part of being able to just chill with people, but I feel like things with me are really easygoing. I think it's simple and it's just enjoyable. So I would have no problem with dating anyone. I'm not a complicated person. So I'm not needy. I'm not anything like, I'm not any of the annoying stuff, not that I can see. So
Yeah.
I'd have no problem dating me or anyone like me.
What? I'll tell you what do y'all actually want? So if we're all single,
Want in a relationship?
well,
Or
not
partner?
necessarily. That's a tough nugget because like you have to kind of wrap. You kind of have to adjust yourself to somebody. Like that's how relationships work. That's,
Yeah.
that's like that's the definite. That is. So my thing is like, if you met somebody tomorrow, what's the number one thing that could attract you? What the fuck? She's a gamer. Like what the fuck? Please.
He's like, I want a scene girl that plays video games and watches anime.
I would want someone that is just that has a good heart. So that someone that's caring and honest, someone that has substance, and someone that does anal.
Facts.
That is now
I
a
almost feel like
prerequisite.
That,
anal with
yeah.
Trump. That fucks with me a little bit, man. It's like, man, look, sex is actually at the lowest. Listen, I can't imagine me being like 50, being like, all right, baby, like we got home both from work and like, I'm about to tear that ass up, yo. It's like it doesn't work that way, bro. It's like you get older, it's like that shit. Sex ain't shit, bro. Sex is a young man's plight.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I'm probably gonna have it.
I
For
would
the
like
rest
to
of my
think,
life,
but I'm not
don't want
50,
it-
so I don't know.
I don't want it to be vanilla for the rest of my life, and I feel like I've had.
Brother, vanilla's better than nothing, man. I'm trying to
No.
tell you, man.
As I've told you recently, no sex is better than mediocre sex,
Damn.
and I stand by that. Obviously.
Respect.
So, yeah.
You know.
What about you, Jen? What do you look? What would it take for someone to be, or what would you look for?
I think that's a hard question for me because I'm not looking at the moment.
Yeah.
I think just someone who's smart, who can hold their own, who I could depend on, who has a great sense of humor. Having a sense of humor is a big thing for me. Someone who likes to have fun, someone who's easygoing, can be around. No one that's super jealous.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Chelsea's very unattractive.
yeah, it is. Yeah.
What about you, KG? A pulse?
Legs, please.
They she'll have a thought. He's like, ooh, you have a thought? No, thank you. No, no, thank you. I'll pass.
No, to some extent. You know what's funny though? Nah, not exactly. But I'm gonna kick it real. You have to have a belief in a higher power.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't function with a woman that I've seen this happen time and time again, man. Some of my best friends, they were like, they'll fall in love, but if a girl doesn't have her heart towards something, a virtue that's greater than your relationship in terms of like, that's what's going to keep her acting right. And me as a man, it's the same deal, yo. We're going to fall in love with the same like concept that's how good can we be if you put our relationship aside, like, but when we ascribe to something greater than us? So she'd have to be a woman of faith, like something greater than. I think that's my number one thing, bro. I'm starting to see that now. Everybody falls in love with their own, like, because life is like this fucking dope ass journey, but along the way you find these carnal things that can distract you, and then all of a sudden you're looking up and you're like 50, and like you've had 4 marriages and 3 divorces, and like you're in your last marriage, and at the end of the day it's like, I love this motherfucker, but I still want this, and it's like, it's just not worth it. I need somebody that like believes in something greater, just like me. That's it. Like, she, like, I can work my way around that, but like I don't see that anymore, so that explains, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so
there's if you ask people what their favorite part about being single is, a lot of them are like, I don't have to answer to anyone, you know, I can stay out as late as I want, whatever. So let's see, what's your favorite thing about being single?
I think, yeah, just that I don't have to please someone else or worry about how they feel, worry about who I am to them. If I can be more, do more. I think it's just a sense of freedom. And I know that's very cliche and that's what everybody says, but that's the absolute truth. I mean, if I felt like I wanted to commit to something, I would be with somebody. I've had the opportunity to be with plenty of people. I just am not. And also, I think, didn't I say on the show, I don't know if I've said this before on the show, I'm actually at a phase right now in my life where I'm so focused on myself, I'm just not attracted to anybody. I mean, I've been able, there are people that I find attractive, but when I get to the point of getting down to it and being able to like actually move forward with those thoughts and that attraction, it's like, I don't want to do it. I may find someone handsome or pleasing, whatever it may be, but I'm not attracted to anybody. No male, no female, nobody. I mean, whatever sexuality it is, when you're not attracted to anybody, only yourself, that is me. That could be the
how
plug.
you go from being a demisexual to a goddamn I don't know, what do you even call that? I don't even know.
See, that's
man.
what I'm.
She like, I gave up on fucking people.
Is there a
with
sexuality
sexual.
where you're not attracted to anybody? Because whatever that is, that's what I am. Because I
Facts.
am just not attracted to anybody. I don't look for it. I go out thinking all the time, like, I'm just here to have fun. Don't look at me any type of other way than as a friend.
Yeah, for real?
Yeah.
Damn. Such a shame, man. You're a beautiful chick, girl. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
but I'm elevating. Like, I'm here now, but even that's what I get so excited about with this podcast is like, I'm this way now, and a lot of people that watch the show have never met me before. They don't even know me, but I'm gonna get to a point. They'd probably be shocked if they saw who I used to be when like Jerry Joseph met me, but I'm gonna get to a point to where like people are gonna look back on these episodes and be like, whoa, like she's grown to be this, she's here now, like, and that's all I'm focused on. And when you get to a point to where you only focus on yourself, there is nobody else. And I know that, like I said, it's selfish. It might sound like a little bit of narcissism, but I'm 25 years old. I just turned 25. I have no reason to be thinking about any type of kids. And I know a lot of people that
Holy shit.
I went to school with are married and with kids. Now some of my best friends are, and that's cool. Good for them. That's where they're meant to be in life, not me.
What about you, KG? Your pros? Your favorite thing about being single?
I honestly, I don't have any. It sucks. What am I say? No. I mean, it's less accountability, but it's almost like that's not a good thing. Like, I'm the type of dude that likes, I take luxury in adopting responsibility. So without anybody, like without a family, what the hell is a man? And I do define myself as a man. So what about you though? What's some of the props to?
I'm very neutral, I guess, about the pros of being single. Only because for every pro that there is in being single, there's also, an equal pro in being in a relationship. Maybe because I'm not focused on getting into a relationship, I don't really put a lot of focus on the pros. You know what I mean? There are people that'll be like, I don't have to answer to anyone. And I've been in relationships where, there's a lot of trust and we don't We don't have to answer to each other. So it would be the same whether you're in a relationship or not. Or I guess the right relationship would be a better way to put that. But
I know
I'm
that
very
clock
neutral.
running, man, but I'm gonna be honest. What is your purpose for getting in a relationship to begin with? Have you
Before?
thought about that?
That's a good question.
For real?
I mean,
had
I really
mine.
thought it. I really thought it enhanced my life. That it, made it brought out the better sides of me. The thing is, I'm very creative. I'm over the top, grand gesture, hopeless romantic. Those things don't do a lot when you're by yourself. And I mean, it's gotten to the point where literally the other day, about a month ago, my friend told me that he was going to start doing date night with his girlfriend, and I just immediately just flooded his inbox, and I was like, dude, you go here, you can do this, blah blah blah. Here's the details for this. This would be a great date idea if you're trying to keep it cheap here. If you want to do a short one, it's here. If you want to, that's just who I am. You know what I mean? So. I don't know where I was going with that, but definitely I wonder why I would get into a relationship. Yeah, I mean I felt like it would enhance me and would allow me to be a better, more me than I am single. What about you, Jen?
I've never had a reason to be alone.
I'm with you now. Like now after being single for a year and a half and after my last relationship, after that I'm like, really? Do I want to
There's
start
absolutely no need.
the song and dance again?
Yeah, because we got screwed over. I don't want to get.
Say it.
No, we got screwed over by people that wasn't quite on our level. I think this is just my personal opinion. A human being at the height of their awareness realizes like companionship is just like a battery, man. I don't care what you've been through in life. If you're negative, you still need that positive. And to acknowledge that you need that positive, it's like it illuminates you. Some people will fall short. Some people will be right there. But either way, you know where you stand and you're willing to accept somebody that's coming into the picture the right way. And that's kind of where I'm at. It's like, I'm not going to even pressure. Like, that's why I'm screwed up. Do you have the capacity to come be like good with me? Because I actually just own that shit now, man. It's like, I don't run away from that. I'm screwed up. I think a lot of us are. But that's my point.
Yeah.
It's like, see that and then like function off
I
of
don't
that.
think I'm screwed up. I think that I've had my feelings hurt in the past, or I've had it. You want to hear something funny? I have had in the past where I've like been like head over heels over a guy for whatever reason, and I've tried to make my moves. I've made it clear that I like them or whatever, and they've chosen a different path, chosen a different girl most of the time. But they always come back. And when they come back, I'm somewhere else. I've moved on.
They've missed their chance.
They
yeah.
miss their chance. And I get so much joy. And I hate to say that because like I don't want anybody in that part of my life to like look at this and be like, oh, she's such a narcissist or whatever. But I get so much joy with knowing like, and it's not even joy, it's kind of like a thank you, like, because if they hadn't done that, like, I probably might be with them and stuck and like, more insecure than I've ever been in my life and way down, that was never for me, and I know that now. But it's so nice looking back being like, that made me grow. All that like being upset, all those hurt feelings made me who I am now, and I'm only elevating. I'm only getting better than this, But I'm doing that all on my own. No man's gonna make me. I'm gonna make myself.
If you reach the top of the mountaintop just to be like, yo, it's just you, was it really worth it, man?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It was?
I mean, it's always gonna be lonely on top.
Not me, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
And
I respect that.
all right, so yeah, let's have a toast to
Yeah.
just being single.
Being lonely at the top because it's worth it.
But it's weird because I'm not lonely, and neither are you. I mean, he is, but
Yeah,
we're
I'm
not.
not.
I'm lonely as hell, man.
Guys, suggest some wines for us. Give
Please,
give us
like
a
and
toast.
subscribe, YouTube.
Somebody date this man.
Mm-hmm.
No, don't do that, man.
But if you're a woman, he's just not gonna listen to you. The sound of your voice is gonna when women talk,
If she's a good woman, I won't have to, man. Goddamn.
He needs a strong woman that's gonna put him in his place.
He needs a woman. I don't know what he needs.
That doesn't exist, man.
First
That's
off, you
why
don't
I'm
need a
more
lot to
enlightened, man.
qualify. So
We appreciate y'all, man. 1 and 9, man. While y'all over here hating.
Sub to the channel. Sub for this sub. We'll cut that out. So we won't cut that out.